Right, so we're looking at the steering end. Just get some vibration on the steering wheel. There's an electric power steering, right? So there's the inner rack end or the tie rod, and there's the outer. But hear no noise there? Right, so although it don't have no play really back and forth, again now play. Right, so you change both inner and outer. There's the left side. Alright, so we take out the end. Alright, we could see no life, spinning free, and then, well, you could see up here, no life at all. Alright, this one just dead. Alright, so we go in and take it out and see if we get the replacement. Alright, there's the left side, the right side, good. Right. Alright, so pleasant good evening. So we get the parts for the steering end for the fit. So we get both the inner, right, and the outer. Right, so this one here is the bad one. So if we watch, we could see how it just dangling there. Had no life. It just swinging. Right. So there's the bad one. We get them in pairs. So it have a left and a right. We on the left side first. We change them both one time since we get them in pairs. So it's screwing in inside the steering right there. Alright, there's the new one. I'm going to take it out so we can see the difference. Alright, so we could see new one packed with grease. Alright, and you see we holding it by the shaft and it's not moving, it's sturdy. It come with the brand is 535 or 555. And it come with the lock as well. Alright, so the lock going on first. Alright. So the lock goes on, and then we'll put the thread in the end. Right, so alright, so we thread it in the end. Alright, so once we get the end threaded in, we will use the tool and torque it to spec. So I will finish running it up and then we'll use the tool and torque it. Alright, so there's the old lock. So I straightened the ears when I was taking out the old one. Right, and if you watch, you could see on the top and the bottom on the grooves where they take a punch and tap it for it to lock. So they're supposed to act as a lock washer. So when we tighten it up there, right, we'll do the same thing. Tap it with a screwdriver or a punch, whichever one we could get access to tapping it. Well, to reach in to tap it, so it will lock. Right, so that is the tool. That is the spanner, if you want to call it that, but going on the end, and that fitting inside this tool here. So this tool had them grooves there, and we lining it up. Right, so you see it hollow. So we putting it over the rod, and if we watch, you see we fit in the groove. Right, and once we get it to line up in the groove, we will turn this on. Right. So we'll turn it to lock it. Right, so we'll turn it to lock it, and then we just tighten it here. Here taking a 1/2-inch drive. So you put the 1/2-inch drive, power handle or breaker bar, however you refer to it, and then we will tighten it. Right, so I just set up the power handle or breaker bar, whatever you want to call it. If you have a torque wrench and you know the torque specifications, you put your torque wrench as well. Right? So the tool inside there, and you tighten it normal. And once you tighten it, you just take off the tool and try and tap the lock, and then you call this thing. Right. Yeah, so you punch the lock, and then you pour on the dust boot. Right? So the dust boot will go on, then you pour on your lock for the dust boot, and the tie strap, if that is what you're using. And then we pour on the steering end, because we're changing the steering end as well on both sides. They were only selling in pairs, so we're changing all one time. Right, so there's the old one. So we're just showing how the tool working, right? So there's the tool. It had the flat parts here. Right, so the tool is fit over these flat parts. It had different sizes for different size tie rods or racking, however you want to refer to it. So basically that's how it is fit. And then it is fit inside. So it is fit inside this holder here. Yeah, but we can't really show it properly. So basically, yeah, so it is lined up so, and then you turn this little airs here to lock it in place so it wouldn't fall out. Right? So I'm just doing it upside down so you have an idea. But really and truly, this long piece just be inside. Yeah. So that's how it is. That's how this tool is work. Right, so we tighten up. We had to pour on the dust boot and then pour on the steering end. Right, so we're putting on the dust boot. Right, so it's fitting here, which part it lock in. Right, and then we're putting on this spring clamp that came with it. But this didn't come with the 555, that is the original one. The dust boot we're using back is the original as well. Right, so there's a lock the dust boot in place. The jam nut, that's 19. Right, this came, there's the old one we're using back. We didn't get a new one with it. Alright, when we turn the steering all the way to the next direction and I get closer, I'll go under the vehicle and fit the dust boot on the steering rack. Alright, so now to put on the steering end. Alright, so there's the steering end, again 3/5 or 5/5. Alright, there's the left side, so we see in the L. Alright, so it comes with the cutter pin, no jam nut. So don't throw away your jam nut from your old end. So we go ahead and open the pack and put it up. Alright, so again 3/5, left side, and it's more or less a straightforward process. Alright, this one is normal right hand thread. Alright, so once you do any kind of steering work, you had to align. I also buy some camber bolts so we could get camber on the vehicle. So I'll put them in, see how that works. Right, so we'll work it like that. Final adjustment will come when we go to align. Right, so right. So we're inside there. So I push back the steering a little more so we could fit it in. Yeah, 1 second. Alright. So we get in and this will go down. And as we tighten the castle nut, it will lock inside here. Right, so when we go by the alignment shop, they will slacken the jam nut and they will turn this. Right, they will either slacken it or tighten it using a spanner, and that will push the wheel either out or in. Right, so there's the left side. We're almost done on the left side. I'm not going to record the right because more or less it's the same process. Right, so we tighten it up using a 17mm socket. Right, and we could see here where the hole for the cutter pin line up. So we just put in the cutter pin in the hole. Just have to line up the hole properly. Right, but basically that is it. When I get in, I will show how it going. From here, not looking like it line up. From here, it looking like it line up. So it's just for me to push it in. Right, so we get in the pin. Right, so we could see it coming in on one side, coming out the next side. So all we'll do is just bend. And take our pliers and open it to lock it. Right, and we're good to go there. So, if you remember from before when we shaking with the old one, you hear clack, 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 clang, 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 the noise, no noise, right? Sturdy. Right, so we're going on the next side now. Alright, well that is it there, right? So that is it there. The links have a play too, but it have a little life, so we'll run the links until they're dead.